If someone had told you just a few years ago that Xiaomi would one day build a full-size luxury SUV, most people probably wouldn't have believed it. After all, this is a company that built its reputation by selling smartphones, smart TVs, wearables, and connected home devices, not vehicles. Yet today, Xiaomi isn't just entering the automotive industry, it's stepping directly into one of the most competitive segments in the world. Instead of launching a small commuter car or an affordable crossover, the company has introduced the SkyNomad N90, a premium family SUV designed to compete with established names like Li Auto, IThe, and Zeekr. That alone is an incredibly bold decision. Because building a successful smartphone and building a reliable family SUV require completely different kinds of engineering. A phone only has to perform well for a few years. A family SUV has to survive thousands of miles, changing weather conditions, long road trips, heavy passenger loads, and years of daily use. And that's exactly why Xiaomi's entry into this segment has attracted so much attention. According to the company, the SkyNomad N90 isn't simply another electric SUV. It's a vehicle built around a completely different philosophy, where comfort, technology, and everyday practicality receive just as much attention as performance. From its spacious cabin and lounge-inspired interior to its intelligent software ecosystem and flexible seating layout, nearly every major design decision appears to focus on making life inside the vehicle more enjoyable, especially for families and long-distance travelers. On paper, it's an incredibly ambitious idea. But ambitious ideas are easy to present during a launch event. The real question is whether they can survive real-world ownership. And before we look at battery technology, driving range, or performance figures, we first need to understand exactly what Xiaomi is promising buyers, and why so many people believe this SUV could change the direction of the modern automotive industry. At first glance, the Xiaomi SkyNomad N90 almost sounds too ambitious to be real. Because Xiaomi isn't just introducing a new SUV, it believes it's introducing a completely new way of thinking about family travel. The first thing that grabs your attention is the cabin. Instead of designing a traditional 7-seat SUV, Xiaomi has focused on creating what it calls a mobile living space. The front seats can rotate when the vehicle is parked, transforming the interior into a lounge-like environment where passengers can relax, have conversations, work remotely, or simply enjoy a break during long journeys. Add the available zero-gravity seats, premium materials, panoramic glass roof, and intelligent storage solutions, and it's clear that comfort has been given just as much importance as technology. Then comes Xiaomi's connected ecosystem. The N90 is expected to run on the company's HyperOS platform, allowing the SUV to communicate seamlessly with Xiaomi smartphones, tablets, smart home devices, and AI-powered services. In theory, your vehicle becomes another smart device within Xiaomi's growing ecosystem, offering voice controls, over-the-air software updates, and a highly connected digital experience. But then we arrive at the number that made headlines around the world. A claimed driving range of more than 1700 kilometers. It's an extraordinary figure, almost unbelievable. And that's because it deserves context. This number isn't based on the EPA testing cycle used in the United States. Instead, it's based on China's CLTC testing standard, which is generally known to produce more optimistic range estimates under ideal laboratory conditions. That doesn't necessarily mean Xiaomi's claim is false, but it does mean buyers shouldn't automatically expect to achieve those same numbers in everyday driving. Highway speeds, aggressive acceleration, cold weather, steep terrain, heavy cargo, and even larger wheel options can all reduce real-world efficiency. The same applies to the claimed electric-only range. Official laboratory testing and real ownership are often two very different experiences. And that's exactly why impressive specifications should never be accepted without understanding the conditions behind them. Because great engineering isn't measured by what happens during a controlled test. It's measured by what happens after thousands of miles, countless charging sessions, long family road trips, and years of everyday ownership. So the real question isn't whether Xiaomi has built an impressive SUV. The real question is, can it deliver on those promises when the road replaces the laboratory? So, after looking beyond Xiaomi's impressive presentation, studying its biggest claims, and examining what we actually know so far, one question still remains. Has Xiaomi truly built the future of family SUVs? The honest answer is, it's too early to say, and that's not a criticism. It's simply the reality of launching an entirely new vehicle into one of the most competitive segments in the automotive industry. There's no doubt that Xiaomi deserves credit for thinking differently. Instead of building another SUV that only competes on horsepower, acceleration, or giant touchscreens, the company has focused on something many manufacturers have overlooked for years: the experience of living with the vehicle. The SkyNomad N90 feels less like a traditional SUV and more like a smart living space on wheels. The flexible cabin, rotating seats, connected ecosystem, and family-first design show that Xiaomi clearly understands where modern mobility is heading. For families who spend long hours on the road, travel frequently, or enjoy camping adventures, these ideas could genuinely improve everyday life. But innovation alone doesn't guarantee a great ownership experience. That's where smart buyers need to slow down and ask the difficult questions. Can the battery deliver consistent performance after years of use? Will the software remain stable after dozens of over-the-air updates? How reliable will the extended range system be after 100,000 miles? Will replacement parts be easy to find? How strong will Xiaomi's service network become outside China? And perhaps most importantly, how well will this SUV hold its value after 5 or 6 years of ownership? These are questions that no launch event can answer. Only real owners, real mileage, and real-time can. Then there's the competition. Vehicles like the Zeekr 9X, Li Auto L9, and Ado M9 aren't just impressive on paper. They've already begun building real-world reputations. They've accumulated customer feedback, long-distance driving data, and ownership experience that Xiaomi simply doesn't have yet. That doesn't mean the SkyNomad N90 can't compete. It absolutely can. In fact, if Xiaomi delivers on even most of its promises, this could become one of the most disruptive family SUVs we've seen in years. But if those promises fail under real-world conditions, buyers will notice very quickly. And that's exactly why we believe every exciting specification should be matched with careful investigation. So, should you buy the Xiaomi SkyNomad N90? If you're an early adopter who enjoys new technology, appreciates innovative design, and wants one of the most futuristic family SUVs currently available, then this vehicle absolutely deserves your attention. However, if your top priorities are proven reliability, an established service network, predictable resale value, and years of verified ownership data, then waiting for independent road tests and long-term owner reviews may be the smarter decision. Because buying a vehicle isn't about chasing the newest headline. It's about choosing something that will still make sense years after the excitement of launch day has disappeared. And that's exactly what Car Matrix is here to help you do. We don't tell you what to buy. We don't tell you what to avoid. We investigate the facts, question the claims, explain the engineering, and let the evidence speak for itself. Because at the end of the day, every claim deserves verification. Every feature deserves explanation. Every buyer deserves the truth.